Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. I was pondering in the forest, something that I enjoy enormously, just sitting on a log or a fallen tree, looking around, listening to the birds, listening to the cracking of the trees while they sway softly above my head, and reflecting on all the reasons why I enjoy being alive so much. And one thing that I've noticed, certainly with people my age and older, is that a lot of people don't enjoy life. A lot of people are very stressed, angry, frustrated, in a very negative mindset all the time. Frustrated, just so angry with people, with the world, with what's going on in the news, with all the text messages they're receiving, the emails, the Excel spreadsheets, work, children, all of it. Life in general stresses humans, stresses adults. I've noticed this. And something that's really helped me, that I've always done, is try to go through life with a more childlike mind. Not immature, not childish, but childlike. Finding joy in the simple things. And that's what I wanted to reflect on briefly today, if you'd like to join me. Magic can be found in the ordinary, and I can prove it. Do you remember when you were a child? Think about your bedroom. Think about Christmas Eve, how magical that night was for yourself, for myself, and for so many children all over the world. For one night, that boxed room, that small little room, became the most enchanted, magical, beautiful, exciting room in the entire world. That was your special place where you had to go to sleep because Santa's coming and he's going to fill your sack full of presents. How exciting. Do you remember as a child when you used to imagine that the floor was lava and you weren't allowed to touch it? I used to play that game in the forest with my friends, and we'd have to climb on logs like this and jump around and make sure we didn't touch the floor, and if we did, we were out. I used to do it in my childhood living room as well. We'd get the couch pillows and throw them on the floor and hop around. I used to think that my wardrobe was a magical cave. In reality, it was just a wardrobe full of clothes. But to me, it was a safe space, an adventure. My bed was a pirate ship. Your bed may have been an amazing castle, fortress, or a huge car that you drove to all sorts of places. Wasn't life magical as a child? Now, like I was just saying, us adults, we grow out of that. We put that to one side. We leave it behind. And we become very stressed. We become very literal. We think that we know everything about life. But the reality is, children are far happier, far less stressed, way more joyful, blissful, full of life and energy. Yes, George, but we give them that privilege for all the hard work that we do. Fine. You didn't give them their imagination, though. You didn't give them their energy. You didn't give them their creativity. That's something that we choose to give up. That's something that we choose to put aside. This is what I mean when I go through life with a childlike mind, a childlike essence about the world. I refuse to look at a tree as just a tree, a bit of bark with roots and leaves, boring, move on. No, I look at a tree and I am utterly captivated by its beauty. It's so tall. It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. This one right here is a pine tree. Sometimes I take the pine leaves and I cut them up and I make tea out of it. And it's so good for you. It's medicinal. Has tons of healing properties and effects. That to me is magical. That's not boring. That's not ordinary. That's not black and white. That is utterly extraordinary. That is magical. That is beautiful. That is something to be childlike about. I don't need to understand why it does that, how it does that. I just enjoy the fact that the tree is the tree. I'm going to give you some solutions to go through life with a more childlike attitude without becoming immature. Please do not get those two worlds mixed up. I'm not talking about being immature, turning a blind eye, removing responsibilities, avoiding stress because it's easier. Not talking about that. I'm talking about how to smile more, how to enjoy life more. The magic of childhood was never in the places, was never in the things. It was in the meaning that you attributed to those things, to those places. My childhood bedroom is a literal box. It's tiny. You can just about fit a single bed in there and a wardrobe. And that's it. But to me, it was the most magical place because of all the amazing things that I created in my mind within that box room. If I came to your house right now and you showed me around all the different rooms, to me, they would just be rooms. But to you, this would be your living room. This is where we have our family gatherings, George. This is where I've had some really deep, meaningful conversations, George. And that garden out the back, that's where we have our water gun fights and our water balloon fights in the summer. I have so many amazing memories in this place. George, this is the bedroom where I've cried my eyes out, but also where I've played with my kids, played all sorts of fun games. They opened their Christmas presents and birthday presents on this bed. This room is so amazing, so many beautiful, wonderful memories. But to me, it's just a room. It doesn't mean anything because I haven't put any meaning to it. Anywhere and anything can be magical. We've just got to apply meaning to these things. And then instantaneously, the ordinary can become the extraordinary. My grandmother passed a couple of years ago. If you walked past her house, it would just be a house. But to me, that's my grandmother's house. So many memories there. So much nostalgia. Just the smell of that house can bring tears to my eyes. Happy tears and sad tears. One chapter ends, another begins. But oh, what a beautiful book it has been so far. And I know the same applies to you. There's so many places you could take me. There's so many people in your life who you could introduce me to that have all kinds of meaning to you because you've put that meaning on them. So it's all about you. Not in a prideful way, not in an egoic way, but in a beautiful way. In a way regarding free will. I refer to it as a gift from God. I believe that your individualism is a gift from God. I'm very open about that and I always will be. I think free will is a gift because it means you're not a robot. It means you don't have to do what I say. It means you can go out into nature. It means you can go out camping. It means you can hug a stranger. It means you can help people. It means you can take your hand and shake someone else's and tell them what a wonderful job they've done. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to being a free individual, we can take those beautiful God-given gifts and choose to do evil if we want. I could hit someone. I could shame someone. I could use my tongue to speak all kinds of horrible things against someone. That's the downside of being a free individual. You've got to exist within the realm of objective good, objective righteousness, objective justice. Be a good person. Allow God to narrow your path, straighten your path, and head in a beautiful, amazing, wonderful, happy, blissful direction that is great for you, but great for everyone around you as well. So it's the meaning that we attach to the ordinary that makes it extraordinary. Now, A minute ago I said I was going to give you some solutions. I want to talk a little bit more about what I do. I live by that saying, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. There are so many things as adults that we run past, that we avoid, that we don't really think about, because we're always in a rush and we've lost the magic, we've lost the wonder, we've lost the bliss, we've lost the pirate ship, we've lost the lava on the floor, we've lost the secret adventure cave in our wardrobe. We've lost Christmas Eve. When was the last time you really got giddy on Christmas Eve? So I deliberately attach more meaning and value to things that the majority of people in this collective society would refer to as ordinary. For example, drinking a cup of tea in the morning or your morning cup of coffee. Stop making that just a random quick thing that you do. Don't just do it. Don't just neck it. Sit down, take a moment, look at your tea, smell it, taste it, drink it slowly, drink it outdoors. Don't be cooped up all the time. Stand outside your house or your flat or your apartment, wherever you're living, stand out the front. Even if there's a road, watch the traffic go past for a bit. See how many green cars you can spot. Look at people, people watch. Look at the sky, look at the early morning sunrise. Listen to the birds. Drink your cup of tea slowly. And instantaneously, that simple thing, that simple action can become extraordinary, can become exciting. I've said in previous videos that when I wake up, I start to get giddy, I start to get excited. I remember the fact that I'm alive. And the biggest thanks I can give God for existence is by being grateful for that existence and using my free will to do good as intended. So I wake up and I get giddy, I get excited. My morning cup of tea, my morning cup of coffee, it's coming. I can't wait, I'm excited, I'm giddy, I run down the stairs, it's like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. And it's a beautiful experience. It takes a while. You're not going to feel this way overnight. And I know there's a lot of stresses in your life. There's a lot of things that you want to change. But you can change your life by changing your paradigm, by changing your mind. Do not conform to the patterns of the world, but instead be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The patterns of the world are so tedious. Rushing, chasing the imaginary, climbing a ladder that goes up into the clouds that never ends, never admiring the view. So enjoy that cup of tea. I want you to get outside more, get out into nature, go for a hike, and try to go for walks that you haven't gone to before, that you haven't been on before. That's really exciting. It sounds a bit annoying and stressful, I get it. I'm the same, by the way. If someone says, let's go for a new walk, I like to stay in my comfort zone, as we all do, oftentimes. Therefore, I like to reflect and go, well, okay, maybe, but this is a guaranteed good walk over here. But whenever I discover a new walk, it feels amazing because it feels like a mini adventure. Do you remember when you were a child and your parents would take you places, or your grandparents would take you places that you'd never been before? How exciting that was, how liberating that was, how fun it was. It was a day out, wasn't it? We referred to it as a day out. Let's have a day out. Never been here before. Feels fantastic. And I highly advise you to do that out in nature, because nature is beautiful, wonderful. I want you to get excited about the seasons again. I'm like a little child when the season starts to change from one to the other. You should see me. Autumn's my favorite. You should know this by now. But just as it's getting way too hot, those leaves start to fall from the trees. It's been very hot recently. We've had over a month with no rain here in the UK. and everywhere's very dry, and there's a lot of yellow meadows which look beautiful, but there's a lot of dry grass everywhere, so we need rain. It was misty earlier, like misty rain, which I like, but not enough, so we need rain. But get excited about those seasons, get excited about the weather. When it starts raining, I'm going to get so excited because nature needs rain. Can you see how this is a childlike mind? I'm not being immature because I'm being logical. The trees genuinely need rain. The grass needs rain. So when it rains, I'm going to get excited. I'm not going to go, oh, it's raining. I'm going to think, oh, it's raining. Fantastic. The trees get to drink today. Hallelujah, what a blessing. You need to get giddy for life again, because it's going to be over far too soon. It's gone in a blink. No one knows when their time is up. No one knows when their time is over. Get excited about those seasons. Put things in your diary that coexist within the seasons. Pick some pumpkins in August. Watch a sunset early in the winter time, because the sun sets way earlier in the winter. So sometimes it's easier to watch a sunset after work, at the weekend, on a Friday night. Take a flask of warm tea, you and a friend, you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your family. Take a little portable fire pit, put some music on, watch some beautiful winter sunsets. Summertime, get to a beach, can't beat it. Springtime, watch the flowers. Go for a walk in nature. Go camping in spring. I love camping in spring because it's really cool at night and it's just a very good time to do it. Find extraordinary things in ordinary things and life becomes so much better, so much more enjoyable, so much more pleasurable, and so much easier. So much easier. You're still going to have to tackle the big things, the boring things, the stuff that if you made a child do, instantaneously that child would become very miserable as well. But you haven't lost your inner child. Try getting a child to do or to fill out an Excel spreadsheet at work. So boring, so tedious. They don't want to do it. It's monotonous. And I know you feel the same, and that's because your inner flame, your inner child has not burnt out. They're in there. You just need to light them up with ordinary things again. Don't become immature and start jumping up and down on your bed pretending it's a pirate ship. I'm not saying that, but I am saying to enjoy the simple things. To enjoy the things that upon reflection on your deathbed, you'll go, do you know what? Those were the big things. And I ran past them. So stop running for a moment. Walk, or better yet, stop a few times each day and reflect on just what a blessing it is to be alive today. Because if you can turn your bedroom into such a magical place as a child, you can do the same thing with the entire world as an adult. Everything that you consider ordinary can become so much more exciting with just a change and a shift in this. Why not go for it? Why not make that change? You get to control your life. Not the government, not your boss, not your friends, family. You get to control your life. You get to control how you think, how you feel, how you reflect, what you focus your attention on. Focus on the good things. Focus on the things that if you were to remove them from your life, you would miss them. Because the ordinary is extraordinary. And once upon a time we knew that. Put more imagination into your day. Put more wonder into your day. Deliberately choose to do it, because children smile more, they laugh more, they play more. They have far more adventures in a single day than most adults have in an entire year. I'll say that again because it's so important. Most children have more adventures in one day than the average adult does in an entire year. Stop blaming other people or your current situation for yourself being miserable. You got to take control. You got to take ownership. You got to choose how you see life. I can't tell you how many things in my life could have stressed me out, could have ruined my day, but I smiled, shrugged my shoulders, or shook my head no, and walked in the other direction. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped. Take it easy today. Go get that walk in. Go drink a tea slightly differently than you did this morning. Practice this. It's not immature. It's one of the most mature things you can do, because you're protecting your mental peace, your emotional peace, your spiritual peace, and above all, you're gaining back enthusiasm for life. Did you know that the word enthusiasm stems from the Greek word entheos, which means God within? So perhaps when we do have more enthusiasm for life, the reason it feels so good is because God is indeed smiling at us from above, because we are harnessing the gift of free will and using it beautifully, wonderfully, and using it well. God bless you. Thank you again for watching.